Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's live stream. Now, I will be playing F1 22, the brand new Formula 1 game, and I will be doing a Grand Prix at Miami with a sprint race. So there you go. That's Miami for you, inserted. I'm going to be playing as George Russell, and we're going to go to weekend structure, which is how you can set up a sprint weekend. So if you just go to this setting here, which is sprint and race, you can set up in your own custom Grand Prix a sprint race weekend where you have both the sprint and the race, and you can set up how long you want it. For instance, if you are to do a medium run, the sprint will be 5 laps. However, if you go for long, it'll be 50% of the standard sprint race distance. You can also have it set to authentic, which means you will have sprint weekends on the weekends that are officially on the F1 calendar only. So I believe this season is Imola, Austria and Brazil, so you would only have it at those weekends only if you were to select authentic, whereas if you select sprint and wet race, you get both in any custom Grand Prix. You will have sprint races, I can say this now, you will have sprint races in career mode, but I don't think you can customize it, unfortunately, where you can have sprint and race every weekend. Otherwise I probably would, but unfortunately you cannot do that. I think in career it is automatically set to authentic. Anyway, we're going to go for a short qualifying. We're going to go for a 50% race along with a sprint. Simulation settings, I think we'll have the AI at about 86, just because I'm still adapting to the handling model of the game, and I'll be honest, I've struggled a little bit with getting used to it, so it takes some getting used to. But yeah, those are the simulation settings, these are the rules and flags. Pit stop experience is immersive, although I would like to test the broadcast one. Safety car increased. Experience immersive, formation lap, broadcast, and these are just some of the new settings that have come to the game this year that I absolutely love. So far so good on that front. However, we will be talking about the handling model as I progress through, but those are just some of the settings that you can use for this season's new Formula 1 game. Also new to the game is an adaptive AI. I don't use that. I don't use the adaptive AI. But yeah, so those are some, and you will see what the immersive settings look like, as well as I'm waffling on now. Let's just go to track. And we're going to actually drive out so I can get the feel of the circuit before doing a hot lap. But the broadcast pit stop settings, I'm looking forward to seeing. Like, for career mode, I've only done immersive so far. The broadcast formation lap is a great addition, and it looks just like an actual F1 race. So let me just test the levels for a second. Okay, the levels are fine. The levels are fine. So let's head out on track then for the first lap for getting to grips with this Miami circuit. God, I hope they don't have the porpoising of this car in the game. Oh, hang on, that's a bit loud. Sorry, let me turn my phone down. I get the feeling it's going to take me a while to fully accustom to this circuit. But Miami, the newest addition to the F1 calendar, And the marina probably looks more convincing on the game than it does IRL. I'll be honest, it wasn't the most exciting race we had, was it? But I don't know, I feel like they should put the Miami Grand Prix at night. I don't know, it might add something to it. We'll see. We'll see what they choose to do, but for now... I don't know, oh! Okay, the car did not like that curb. That's one thing about the handling model this year that I have discovered the hard way. You cannot attack the curbs the way you used to be able to. The car will just simply not respond to it. Other thing as well is that getting out of the corners as well, especially the slower corners, is a little bit tougher. And you really have to nail your exits down, otherwise you can lose a lot of time. Ooh, we've gone very wide there. But this is the first flying lap, don't forget. Let's hope I can do Mr. Saturday, or Mr. Consistency as he's now known, proud. Whoa! Look, brake a little bit late there. I've used up all my ERS. Should have probably been a bit more conservative with that on my first lap. On my out lap, I really didn't think about that. But it's fine, I think next time we will go just straight to the hot lap. I just needed a lap or two to understand this circuit a little bit. I have done a couple of time trial laps around here, but nothing like this. Oh, these corners are so slow. You literally just want to get the hammer down, but you can't because the corners are slow. We've got 2 purple sectors there. That's exactly what I want to see. I've shot some career modes, the first episode of which is up. That is not the corner. And I'll be honest, it was a very challenging race. It wasn't particularly a result I was happy with. And speaking of results I'm not happy with, that's currently P3. So I think we'll return to the garage, strap a new set of tyres on it and go again. We have got a sprint race to drive as well, don't forget. And then we've got a 50% feature race to do as well. I don't know, is anyone else missing the black Mercedes? Like, I felt like I preferred the black Mercedes. It looked a lot more menacing and a lot more... You wouldn't want a black Mercedes coming up behind you, put it that way. It did look quite intimidating to have that behind. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't want a Red Bull either. I need to learn the braking spot for that corner, because that is not it. Right, we're currently down in P17 then. That has got to change immediately. So we need a better lap here. Right, what can we do? Brake for turn 1. That's better. That's flat.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
And we obviously the new engineer making himself heard there. I was not paying attention. Oh, I've messed this lap up. I was too busy discussing the new engineer, the guy that's replaced Jeff. And I miss Jeff. As much as we all had a love-hate relationship with Jeff, I think the love was always there. To a degree, anyway. Right. We've lost 8 tenths in the first couple of sectors on this lap, so I'm really feeling like I'm trying to pull a miracle out of the hat here. Oh, again that curb. Again that curb just gets the better of me. And I don't have enough ERS to last the lap, you know. gonna have to seriously consider my next lap. Oh, at least I've got the line right this time. Where we're not going to improve because of my shenanigans through this lap. So far we're actually looking at being where George Russell would qualify roundabouts in a Williams. Sorry, George, I'm not doing you any justice here.
1:32.6.
I know, don't have to tell me. I know my lap time's shit. Maybe just a little bit of salt creeping in there. I haven't actually done a full race around Miami yet, so this is the first time I've actually committed to a race. Like I said, I've done a couple of time trial laps, but nothing like this. I hope I don't get done for going unnecessarily slowly here. I'm just saving ERS. Right, here we go. I need to make sure I pay attention to the circuit map. Shame there's not a rich setting of fuel anymore. Right into turn 1. We're not accepting 17th here. Alright, pay attention this time. This corner's going to come up on me. Now. That's better. Oh, look at the way I carry myself there with all the grace of a ballet dancer. Look at that. And I've only gained 3/10. All that grace for 3/10. Not really worth it, is it? Well, we're now up to half a second quicker. We all know what that's worth. Half a second in F1 can be the difference between where I am now and, well, being somewhere like 5th and 4th, 6th. To be fair, I'll just be happy if I can get in the top 10 here. Right, just try not to spin on that curve. We didn't, and we've actually had a reasonable run out of there. And we've actually got a reasonable amount of ERS as well. Oh, that's not the way out of the corner though, but what? Okay, I gained time even though that's not the line. Work that one out. And that is, wow, P8, that's not brilliant, but I think it'll have to do. So I think that will have to do. We've still got a sprint race to make time up in.
Race, but before we begin,
and in fact we're down to 13th and we're 2.5 seconds off the pace.
And Lewis Hamilton. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Why are we so slow? Okay. That's a bit alarming right there. We are very slow. I can't think what I did wrong. I thought the lap was decent enough, but anyway. We've got 10 laps of a sprint, and please don't tell me that's changeable conditions for the race.
To the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Fernando Alonso. Ocon, Bottas, Gasly, and Yuki Tsunoda. Vettel, Magnussen, George Russell and Stroll. Joe, Mick Schumacher, Nicholas Latifi and Lando Norris. Ricciardo and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head track.
Right, well let's test out then this new broadcast formation lap. If you've seen my career mode video then you would have already seen it. But there we go.
their positions on the grid. The final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
Well, we have it all to do from here. P13, what can we do in 10 laps? Can we get ourselves at least a good position for the main event? It's lights out and away we go. Relatively good start. Magnussen's covering the inside there. I'm trying not to hit Vettel. Stroll's gone full send. And we've lost a position there because of Stroll going, like I said, Stroll having his moment. Right, down to P14. That's just given us even more to do. Cheers, Lance. Appreciate that one. Who's that trying to send up the inside? Not happening, Sunshine. Not getting through there. So we have actually lost a position, but I think we might be able to gain one or two back here. Look at the way we are just nipping closer to Magnussen. I wonder... Ooh, the outside line is going to become available. Oh! No, I thought maybe there'd be a way through there. Oh, this is getting tight. Oh, that's a brave one. Oh, we've made it work though. Stick it up the inside of Lance Stroll. Why have we got a yellow flag? Who's in the wall? Well, it looks like we all made it through relatively unscathed. Through the tightest section of the circuit. Onto the main straight. We have gained that position back on Stroll. Oh, try not to hit Vettel. And Fernando Alonso is in the pit, so he's had some contacts. Stroll back up my inside again. Do you mind? Stroll's going to have to back out of that one. Otherwise there will be an incident. I'm not having that. Hello, Vettel. Oh, how you do that. Some very strange interpretations of what the racing line actually is there. Oh, this is a good little run on Vettel we've got here. Is he going to cover? He is covering. To the outside then, we're going to do this the hard way. And that is Vettel dispatched. So we have officially now passed both the Aston Martins. They're making up for what was quite a rough qualifying. We've gained 2 places already, and that is exactly the sort of start we'd want. But now I need to save ERS because blimey, that has gone fast. I'm trying to look for the word. I was going to say that's been depleted really fast, but so Vettel is still right there with us. Magnussen dead ahead. We're now on lap 3 though, that means DRS is enabled. That means the drag reduction system is now enabled. So if you're within a second of the car in front, you've got to run, you're going to get a tasty bit of DRS. So this is where we can start making maybe a couple more positions here. But this has been a quite encouraging start. Didn't quite get the wrong K-Mag that I'd hoped. To be honest, I still haven't quite got the wrong K-Mag that I'd hoped. He's got DRS as well now, which isn't ideal for us, I will be honest. because now we're going to be within a DRS train. And it's a brave man that looks up the inside there. Okay, I did cut the corner there. Oh, I thought I was going to go straight into the scene of the accident there. I misjudged the corner. Ended up cutting it. I'm sorry. But we are now pretty much stuck in this DRS train. I'm not sure who's leading it, to be honest. I think it might be Bottas. I'm just glad that we've gained a couple of places, though. There's still 29 laps to gain, plenty of places in the race. Look at the run, I've got a Magnussen there. I can't do anything about it though. Not the place you want to have a run when it's not really an overtaking corner. I can see myself chancing an overtake down the inside there at some point. Oh, I've run out of ERS again. Bugger. This is the problem with being in a DRS train now, is that you get stuck behind these guys. And I know I'm quicker. I can tell I'm quicker. Just the way I'm staying with them, I know I'm quicker. But the problem is getting past.
Caution, caution.
We've got a yellow flag on the straight.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Not sure who that's going to be. I wonder if they've got the car out of the way. Well, everyone seems to be Constantinaing here. No, and it's Charles Leclerc. Oh, his miserable luck with Ferrari continues.
Okay,
He's
you're in
out of the
top 10.
race, and critically, that means he will start the main event from the back of the field.
Okay,
He's going to have a
using small
harsh
amount
Miami
of
Grand
time to
Prix
come
here.
behind us. Keep pushing.
My boy, I support Leclerc, so right now I'm just tearing up inside. Oh my god, that is not how you do that. I wish there was a way I could like fully harvest energy. I might just try not using it for a lap. Ooh, no. It was worth a shot, but on that one I think ambition very much ahead of adhesion. I can see myself sending one up the inside there as well. Just wouldn't be worth it. You know, the last thing I want to do is lose a front wing trying. But it looks like there's scrapping ahead. I think Tsunoda and Bottas are having a little bit of fun. So we're 6 laps into this sprint and I'm still stuck behind in this DRS train. I understand the frustration now of drivers that get stuck in them because this is annoying. I know I'm quicker. And I know I can go quicker. I'll tell you what. Oh, if only I hadn't run out of ERS, I might have had a shot there. At some point, I feel like I'm just going to get very brave or very silly and just send one where I shouldn't. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, I need to not do that again, otherwise I'll get a penalty.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
It's just as well there's 5 laps left in the race,
this
isn't
is
there?
fine.
Right,
I need you to stop cutting the corners.
I tell you what, this
Speed
is
up, the
closer
stewards
to
are gonna give you a
Magnussen than
penalty.
I have been. Is it worth a little look up the inside? Oh, it might have been, you know. We did go very wide there. And Vettel is now joining this fight. Vettel's actually stayed with us here. He's having a great day in the Aston Martin. He is waiting for an opportunity to present itself. Because he's thinking, you know what, if you lot decide to have an incident, I'm coming through. Oh, balls. Or if alternatively I decide to do that, why have we got a yellow flag? Someone else gone. I'm not quite sure what's happened. I really want to stay within the DRS here. I think we are just within. There is going to be another car off, and that's Sergio.
Information on Perez. Okay, it
That's
looks like the
Sergio
problem's
Perez
down.
that's out. So we've got
Retiring
both a Red Bull and a Ferrari starting at the back for the main event. Also, Magnussen's starting to drop from this little pack now, so I just wonder if he's going to be a little more vulnerable.
Green flag.
I mean, I'm happy on the one hand because we have gained a few positions, and instead of being 13th, we're up to 9th, but on the other hand, I know I'm quicker. Although we are losing that DRS, so that might make Vettel just... need to get back within that second. There's someone at the front of this pack that is just not going very quickly at all, and I think it's now Tsunoda. Oh, Bottas and Gasly are making a little bit of contact there. They're side by side round there. That could end in tears. It doesn't though. Bottas just about holding it. I think Tsunoda's actually broke free of this little mini pack though, and I'm still stuck in this DRS train.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
I'm glad we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. However, I haven't got patience to sit behind these guys for 3 more laps. So if you have any recommendations, please do shout them out. Answers on a postcard. Because Joe is losing his shit.
Pace is strong, but be aware.
Right,
these
we've got
tyres
2
need
to go here. And we're still stuck at the back of the DRS train.
The car behind
If we
is
were
dropping
pitting,
back
if
by
there were
about
pit
3
stops
tenths
in
of
this
a lap.
race,
Well
I would be thinking, use the strategy. I might just... Is it worth it? It's worth it. We're going to send it. And we sent it. We have finally passed Kevin Magnussen. After what has felt like an eternity being sat behind him. And now I haven't got the DRS. He has. But I'm holding my line. No, Kevin. You're not having that back. I have worked and waited all race to get that off you. Get back. I'm actually deadly serious. I am not giving this up now. It was a matter of having to wait and be patient for an opportunity to arise, and I feel like I definitely made the most of the opportunity that presented itself to me. problem is I haven't actually, as Verstappen sets the fastest lap, I don't think I've set a lap time that is really representative of what I can do around here. I think I can go faster. We'll find out in the race.
Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap of the
Final
race.
lap of the sprint, and I don't think I'll be able to make up any more positions, but I don't care. I got past Kevin Magnussen after sitting behind the Haas for what feels like an eternity. We found a way through. I don't think there are any more positions to be gained, sadly, but what the hey, you know? It's been a good, fun little sprint race this, and Magnussen's actually really dropped back. So Magnussen, if anything, was one of the slowest in this pack, and you can see that I've already started catching back up to the mini pack, so I am quicker. And I think I've set myself up nicely for the race to try and get past this pack. I don't think there's any more overtaking to be done now. I think this is my finishing position for this sprint race. It's been a bit of fun though. I've enjoyed this one. Does highlight how difficult it is when you get stuck in a DRS train though. I also just realised we picked up a point for getting P8 in the sprint, so that was nicely done as well. Yeah, I've just done a 33.5, so I've gone half a second faster on that one lap alone, so there is more pace to be unlocked around here, and Lando Norris gets driver of the day for the sprint race.
Well, that wraps up sprint. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So there you go, we're P8, we pick up a point. Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Ocon forfeits, Tsunoda, Bottas, Gasly, and myself as George Russell, and Sebastian Vettel making the top 10. He's got a rocket ship strapped to that Aston Martin because he is flying. Right then. I think it's time for the main event, don't you? 29 laps in changeable conditions. That's worrying. You already know what the grid is.
I'm delighted as always to...
So, yeah, let's... when is it going to rain? Oh, towards the end. That could make things interesting. Right, formation lap time.
As the formation lap gets underway here in Miami, the drivers will be wanting to leave a lasting impression on the thousands of fans who flocked to today's race. The anticipation is certainly rising, and everyone is hoping for a fantastic and memorable Grand Prix.
Interesting to see then that Verstappen has started on hard, as has, I think it's Ocon. Go back on the stream. I'm going to have to go back and have a look. As has Ocon, Tsunoda, and Gasly. So some very interesting strategies showing themselves there. I just wonder if they're going long and hoping they can stick it out until the rain. It's a bold strategy to go for, but it can work. However, if 2 sets of dries are required before rain, I am going to gamble and go for 2 sets of mediums. Because if I can go relatively quick, I can gain positions that way. I've just filmed, actually, a race of career mode that was in changeable conditions in Imola. And though there was a bit of drama at one stage in the race, without giving spoilers, I feel like every pit decision we made, every strategy decision we made, was the right one. Right, lights out the way we go here at Miami as Bottas. Oh! Right, we're going to go for a restart because that's not how you do that. That's not the real thing. That's not the real start. This is the real start. I misjudged my brakes. Right, lights out and away we go. Forget that last start. This is the real one now. Right, we're going to gain a couple of positions off the start. I feel like I've been bullied wide a little bit here. I think we have gained 2 places off the start on Tsunoda, and I couldn't see who else we gained on. But we have gained on the start, and the drivers on hard tyres, I think, really struggling off the line. Because it's those that are on mediums that I feel like had the better start. Right, let's see if we can get Ocon early on, because he's on hard, and we don't want to be held up. Don't want to be caught up waiting behind him for too long. Here we go. This is going to just be a little... Well, Ocon's going to cover. I'm going to brake later and go around the outside. Is that going to do the job? Yes, it does. So up into P5. So making up some early ground there. Ooh, that turn felt horrible. And that's lost me momentum in doing it. Ocon's going to have a look at me. Oi! Nudging my car just a little bit there. Ocon is alongside, but I'm going to, again, brake later here. And he's got room. And Ocon's got back through. That's not what we need, but I think we can have him back into turn 1. That is the plan. And we're back in P5 ahead of Ocon. Not today, Esteban. Not today. So what I want to know is, how is Verstappen managing on these hard tyres then? He must have Carlos all over the back of him. Meanwhile, I'm trying to make some inroads to Bottas here. So in P5. So we have gained 3 places off the start. And as predicted then, the hard tyre runners are just dropping back. So I don't know why he went for that particular strategy. I'm saving my ERS, by the way, because I know I'm not going to realistically have a shot at getting past Bottas until we have the DRS, and I don't want to waste overtake going for a half move now that won't happen. So we're just going to bide my time a little bit here. Just have a little bit of patience. It's a long race. It's 29 laps. You can't win a race on lap 2, but you can certainly lose one. And that is not what we're aiming to do. So, lap 2. Verstappen's at the 34.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
I don't think Hamilton is the fastest man on the circuit at the moment. So our teammate doing very nicely here. However, I've dropped back from Bottas. We don't need to be doing that, we need to be getting closer. So I really need to get past him quickly if I'm going to be able to have a go at some of the guys in front. We've got a very good run here. It's sadly amounted to nothing though. That's fine. Just have to have a little bit of a think about how we're going to do this. I wonder if maybe the move I did on Magnussen is the one to do. Right, time to save up a little bit of ERS. And like I said, just have a little bit of a think about how we're going to do this. Magnussen, I think, has got past Tsunoda. No, he hasn't. Tsunoda's fighting that one out. 34-1 for Carlos. I think I know what move I'm going to try on Bottas. All depends on how well we get out of here, though. not an easy circuit to overtake on, however. I think, we've got DRS, but we've run out of ERS, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. As Bottas goes to cover, going to go around the outside. Where is Bottas? And he slots him behind. So Bottas accepts it. Accepts that I'm coming through. And it is P4 for us.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.8
It wasn't a great run out of the corner. I literally felt the car just dragging its way out of the corner. Bottas might try and have me back here, but I don't think he's quite close enough to complete that move. Right, lap 4. Coming to an end. We've got Sainz and Hamilton up ahead.
Okay, the car behind is
Problem
dropping
is,
back.
we're not really on their pace yet, but then again, we haven't had a lap in clear air, so now we might have, now we've got that, we might be able to just make them sweat a little bit. I mean, that's a very interesting line that we're using there, but it works. Five laps into this Miami Grand Prix, and we have made up a few positions. Verstappen, Sainz and Hamilton are ahead and battling it out for P1, because I believe Max on the hard tyres is just keeping everyone back, isn't he? Meanwhile, I've decided to wage a one-man war on a bollard. I love how casually I declare that. Right, this is a better lap for us. And I can actually see the leaders now, so we're starting to get ourselves just about into contention for things here. And I think this is going to be a personal best. Yes, it is. It's a 1:34.5. I wish I knew what their lap times were, though. I think we are just little by little catching up, you know. And I think Max Verstappen has actually cleared Sainz just a little bit. And if anything, it's Sainz keeping Lewis back more than Verstappen causing them to Constantino. I don't know. But the good news is we are dropping Bottas. And I just wonder, no, they are kind of still together. You can see in the distance they are just about still together. But it is quite clear that Max just seems to have, at least at this stage of the race, he seems to have the advantage. And I think even if we start catching these guys now, it is going to become a case of, right, we're there, but how are we going to get ahead? Also, they've now got the advantage of DRS, which at this stage of the race we do not have because we're not close enough. Tell you what, Bottas is lingering. He's not being dropped at a massive rate of knots, is he? Bottas is just there. Another 24.6, so we're still in the 34s. Don't know why I said 24s, it's 34. If I was lapping in the 24s, I'd be leading by now. And I think the leading pack have just gained a few tenths on me there. And I think my tyres are just starting to
Okay, gap ahead is
wear down a little
2.8
bit, and I think
seconds.
Max's tyres as well are going to start coming to his advantage a little bit. But the problem is he's bringing those two forwards with their little DRS train, so I've really got to hope that these guys start scrapping, otherwise it's going to be quite lonely here in P4. My other thought is, to get ahead at least, is to let them pit first, and then they're going to struggle with something new that I've noticed in this game, which is that first lap out the pit. It's genuinely quite realistic, and the car is, you feel the cold tyres, so it's a nice touch that they've added for this season's game, as the front three just stretch out that little bit more.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Well, radar is clear, says not engineer. So no sign of that rain that he was mentioning.
There's a new strategy available on the MFD.
I'll have a look at that in a second. I'm kind of going through a corner, mate. You don't really want me to throw it in the wall, do you?
Got that confirmed.
Okay, so he's saying go long. Yeah, looking at my tyre wear, I'm quite comfortable to go long. I can do that. Who am I to argue with the strategists? Unless they're Ferrari, in which case I've got a few words I'd want to say to them. So it's a little bit static at the moment. We're sitting in P4. The guys in front, I think, just about have a pace advantage. But I'm settling into this race and I'm just thinking of the long game. And you can tell the tyres are coming into their own for those guys. I'm 6/10 slower on that lap, so they've had a push lap there. And I think
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 5 tenths
oh,
of
there's a mistake. Got away with that. Don't think I've done any damage to my car, but I made a big mistake there. And that has definitely allowed the front runners a bit more clear air. It's also allowed Bottas to catch me. Car's fine. Haven't done any damage to it. The only damage is emotional. So what I want to know is, where is Leclerc and Perez in all this? And also, Ocon's pace is suddenly coming back to him here. So I just wonder now if we're getting to the stage of the race where the medium tyres are actually not working as well as the hards. Of course, that one thing that mistake has done now is brought Bottas right back to me. So one thing that I could not have afforded to do.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
So there's still no sign then of that rain that was forecast for the race. I'm not getting shot of Bottas, am I? Bottas still right there. I mean, my best plan now is to go long and kind of hope that a safety car intervenes when the others stop. That's one thing this race needs, I think, is a safety car. Because, that's really allowing Bottas to close up here. I'd actually made some gains on that lap, but I'll tell you what, some of the curbs on this game are lethal. You do not want to hit some of these curbs, they are lethal. Verstappen taking the fastest lap of the race, and it's becoming clear now that it is starting to come to some of the hard tyre runners now, and Verstappen is getting a move on out front. Lap 11 though, there's still quite a way to go just yet. Anything can happen. I think I've just got a purple first sector without even trying. Trying to wake myself back up and get back into this race, but I'm quite far behind.
On Bottas. They seem to have an issue.
Oh, Bottas has got an issue. Oh, that's rotten luck. He was having a great run there up in P5. He was definitely giving me a headache, but that's gonna at least relieve my headache from behind while I think about my headaches in front. Think about how to approach the leading trio. We've done another 34.5, so that's a step in a positive direction. It's a better lap time. I'm actually really concentrating in this sector. Oh god. It's an imaginative line. I think Ocon's going to be through into 5th here. So Ocon is now going to become my threat from behind. There's no getting rid of him at the moment, is there? Ocon's just flying. I'm actually hoping that Bottas can hold him back for another lap. Nope. Ah, Valtteri. Come on, you used to drive for Mercedes. Protect us.
And gap to the car in front is 7.6
I think that'd be the
seconds.
quickest way to get Bottas to thump me, actually, so... Just a disclaimer, Valtteri, if you are watching, I don't know why you would be, but everything I say with love. Embrace the meme.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Right, approaching my pit window. All I can say is thank God. It is clouding up a little bit more now. I've
Tyre
noticed
condition still looking good.
just a few more clouds about.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the
Still
moment.
saying no rain expected. I'm surprised the order at the front is still as is. So Max is soaking up the pressure really well there. And Ocon, if anything now, is starting to be a little bit of a nuisance because he's not going away. Yeah, I'm not stretching it out to Ocon as much as I would like to be. Oh, Sainz is making his stop, so Carlos Sainz.
And Sainz is stopping now.
Is the first to blink of the front runners. The tyres on 40%. So we're now up in P3. As Leclerc sets the fastest lap. Where has he been all race? He's been in the pack, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. Oh, God. I went in way too tight there. Ocon's starting to catch me now. Ocon is finding some pace. Verstappen is 11 seconds clear of Hamilton, of me. So Verstappen's had a brilliant run on the hard tyres then. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't make me feel great about my pace around here. I think there is time to be found. And I think I've still got to figure a few things out about this circuit and the handling model of this car. Right, so Lewis is in the pits, Verstappen staying out.
Okay, Lewis is in for his stop. Push now, we're boxing this lap.
See, I'm being told to box this lap.
Lewis is in the pits now.
What, Lewis? That graphic, I think, is just having a drunk moment, because I've seen that twice. I already knew Lewis was in the pits. Go home, graphic, you are drunk. Although Lewis has got past lines with a nice little overcut, but those two could start battling. If they start battling, it could mean good things for me. How much longer, realistically, can I go? Because I am having a thought with my strategy here.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay,
Right, so
dry
that's
seem like the
changed.
best
So
time
now we've
now.
got rain in 10 to 15 minutes. Right, I'm going to take a little gamble on the weather here. This could either work brilliantly or... How do I change my strategy? Hang on. I've got to ask for the tyres because this isn't a... Wait, where's me? I realise I've got to ask for the tyres. I'm taking a gamble on the weather here. I'm taking a gamble on the weather and I'm going on to mediums. I don't normally do a flashback, but I forgot I was on broadcast strategy. Oh, look at that.
And away we go. That was a very nice stop. No problems. Very smooth for Russell.
Alright, on to another set of mediums.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left.
Oh,
in
they
this
put me on
strategy.
used mediums. What the? Why have they put me on used mediums? Did I not have a fresh set?
I've got some information on Hamilton for you. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Oh, mate, no. Okay, so I've actually ballsed this up because I forgot I used my other set of mediums in the sprint. So I've really ballsed up here.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Oh, this is a colossal balls up. This isn't just a slight balls up, this is a massive balls up. Nah. Right, you know what, I'm just going to have to chuck on a set of softs and hope the rain comes very soon. Otherwise I'm going to have to stop another time. Wow, I have shot my own race here. The medium tyres aren't going to be that... are not going to be that fresh. They are worn.
And away we go. That was a very nice stop. No problems. Very smooth.
So that's about the same life I'd get. Oh, there's a yellow flag there.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit.
What has happened here?
Dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Oh, Leclerc's out!
Okay, clear.
So Leclerc is out, right. And the reason I pitted was because my sprint worn mediums just wouldn't have got me very far at all. So now I've got a fond hope that I can do something here, because I have screwed my own race. Alright, now up against the Red Bull of Sergio Perez. Straight out the pits and straight after the Red Bull. Oh, Perez? What? I mean, I would have stuck out with the mediums, but then I'd have to pit again anyway, so my hope is that the softs will last until the rain comes. I don't know if they will or not. Oh! Can I race with that wing? It's all going from bad to worse here at Miami. Perez gets back past me. I'm going to try and get back through. And actually the damage isn't so bad. I think I can live with this. There's the yellow flag. Lando Norris is now out of the session. We're starting to lose some cars there. I kind of wish I'd just gone on the hards now. Like I said, I've messed up my own race quite badly. Oh, is this... Oh. That's the fastest way to lose a front wing.
If you continue to cut corners, the stewards are going to give you a penalty.
Yes, I know. Let's try and save what we can. I mean, you can do that all you want, Seb, but I'm going to try and go around the outside of you here, and you've gone in very tight. Bloody hell, Seb. I mean, I'll give you the space. Oh, now I've got Perez on me. This could end in tears. Right. Got past Vettel. kind of need it to start raining imminently for this to work. Otherwise, for this to work and me to at least be able to salvage something. Otherwise,
Okay, gaps in the car ahead is 1 seconds.
otherwise this does become a full-scale balls up. This is Florida. Where are the storms? Oh, Perez, do bugger off. I know you're there. Right, next up is Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. He gives you massive bins of cash for that Haas. I'm coming, pass, and you're just gonna take it. Engineer, where is this rain?
Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again.
Yeah, static over the radio helps when you don't listen to your bloody radio. Oh, Magnussen! Whoa! Never gone for that one before. It's a unique move at Magnussen. Don't even think about it. I'm coming past you. That was very nearly a race-ending moment there, but that turned into actually what was quite a class overtake. Weather report.
Repeat that, I've got some interference here.
Yeah, you've got some interference. It's called you're not listening to your bloody radio, you twat.
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
15 minutes! Oh. So the rain isn't actually going to come until after the race. So I have indeed bollocksed up my strategy. And I am going to have to pit for a third time. I don't think I need to say anything here. And I don't even have any fresh new softs. You can cover me all you want, Valtteri. I'm coming past. Okay, maybe I'm not coming past. Oh, yes I am. And I'll give you a little
Check your MFD
squeeze.
for a new strategy option. Confirmed.
Right, lap 24 I'm in. Okay. Alonso's just come out of the pits. He's on soft as well.
Okay, so the car ahead's come in, fixed the soft tyre.
I do know that. I can see my graphic on the side of my screen. This race has not really ended well, has it? Through my own strategy mess up, and I'm actually praying that in the next couple of laps there is a safety car. Otherwise I might just get salty and cause one.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds.
I'm actually going to repair my wing damage. How bad is it? It doesn't seem to be affecting my overall pace. Sorry, flashback time. Too busy messing around with my fucking settings. No, I think we'll leave the wing. It's not really that bad. It's not like it was in the last game, whereas if I damaged my wing, it was pretty much game over. I am catching these guys, but also I've got a pit stop to make. Did Alonso get a move done down the inside there? Well, that's a bit brave if he did.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Yeah, no need to worry about the tyre condition. No, they're just nearly at the point of exploding. But it's okay. Let's just talk about how I messed up my strategy. So the reason I pitted in was because I had a warm set of mediums on, which I don't think would have lasted particularly long. Although in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't just keep them on, go back and pit on for the hards. Alright, let's get this over with. We're gonna pit one more, we're gonna pit our final time for a final set of softs. I wish I had just taken the hards after making the boo-boo. In fact, I wish I'd just taken the hards and gone with one stop. We had P4 in the bag there quite comfortably. Maybe even P3, what with Lewis Hamilton's pace dropping off at the end, but
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit
we're now
stops.
down
Let's
to
go.
13. Is it going to be 14 behind Stroll? And Ricciardo's having a look, but he's not having it. Ricciardo, you can sod off, mate. So where can I realistically make it to?
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Where can I realistically make it to? I'm thinking 12th, maybe? I'll tell you what, it's starting to darken up here.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 39.9 seconds.
If you're just joining me and wondering why I'm in 12th, it's because all I'm going to say is I made a strategy boo-boo, and as a result, we're outside the points. bottom line, I started on mediums. I wanted to go for another set of mediums in gambling with the weather, hoping that it would rain and I'd still have fast tyres. Unfortunately, the mediums I put on were worn from the sprint and would not have got me very far. So again, I took another gamble on the weather, pitted in again to rectify this, and got myself onto a set of softs when realistically I should have just gone to hard and gone to the end, because I would have had a decent point position still, maybe seventh, well, maybe 7th, like I said, would have still been on the cards, but alas.
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
Oh yeah, now it rains. Now it rains. But yeah, like I said, like I was saying, I then pitted in straight after for softs when I probably should have just gone on hard and gone to the end, because P7 or 8 would have been available to me at that point. But we went on softs, gambled on the weather coming in, and the weather's taken longer to come in than I actually would have hoped. And as a result, we've had to pit again and take another set of softs. So yeah, that's the story of why I'm so far down. Big strategy boo-boo, right. Let's see if we can at least gain one place here.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
At the hands of Lance Stroll. This should be doable. I don't know why you're turning in on me there, Lance. You had room, don't act like you didn't. Right, next up is Mick Schumacher. We've got 3 laps to go here, and I think it is starting to rain. Yep.
Keep managing your tyres, manage your tyres.
It's starting to rain. So whether it will impact the end of this race remains to be seen. They're gonna give me a penalty for using that line if I carry on. Codemasters are gonna figure that out and be like, no, we're giving you a penalty for that shit. Oh, blah! Missed my braking spot, and I think that might be Mick Schumacher gone there. And you know what? That actually just sums my race up. I wasn't actually focusing there. I'd lost focus.
You need to slow down in the corners. We don't want to get a penalty.
The circuit's getting wet.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
Yeah. This circuit is getting wet. Are the AI going to pit on the final lap?
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, I've had to do a bit of lift and coast there. Oh, the track is starting to get proper wet here. Sliding wide. Yeah, this track is proper wet now. Last lap here at Miami and the rain has arrived.
Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
Final lap and it is raining. So this final lap is just going to be a challenge to stay on the circuit. I've just realised I've got a bloody penalty as well. Verstappen's won the race. Well done, Max.
Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS.
And that's a sign that it's ready for intermediate. The DRS has been disabled, so... Are we going to see anyone have a mistake and a moment by the end of this race, I wonder? Well, I've gone across the chicane again, but at this stage I don't think it makes that much difference. Well, this is the race that could have and should have been more, but it wasn't. Gone wide again. And we're going to finish P13, where we qualified originally.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Okay, that's a relief. I was actually, during the last lap or so, looking at a black line on my TV, hoping that wasn't damage. And it turns out it was just something within the game, so that's fine. At least it's not my TV.
What was it that helped them achieve this success?
Max gets out the car and it's sunny. How? It was just pissing it down with rain.
Today.
No, that's game logic, but yeah. That was a sprint race and the main event of Miami, as well as some initial thoughts on the game and showing 1 or 2 features.
Some amazing talent out there
guys,
today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver
balls
of the day?
that up, but I still get 10th overall from the 1 point I got in the sprint.
Every time, just like he's done today.
Well, what an end to another fantastic
That was a disaster, and in fact, at the end, Lance Stroll gets P13 on me.
For the next one.
Not a good race, but I had fun. Should have been more. At the end, it was my own mistake with the strategy. But thank you so much for watching this live stream. To anyone who did, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button. I'm loving F1 22. See you in the next video. TTFN, guys. Ta for now.